Hi, and welcome to the ASUG News Studio, sponsored by NTT Data. I'm Craig Powers, and today I'm joined by Irfan Khan, CTO of SAP, and we're just going to talk about SAP's technology vision, obviously a good topic for the CTO of SAP. So what I was thinking of last night when at Steve Lucas's keynote just brought so many people on stage, customers, partners, just everyone, What was your number one takeaway from that?
First and foremost, I think congratulations to Steve for pulling off such an amazing keynote. Okay, I think it's almost a testament to the type of collaboration that is needed. Okay, right, to get a stage like that put together.
Right.
So my kind of first takeaway really was just the astounding value that customers are deriving from SAP's technologies. And that sounds a little bit self-serving, right? Because I'm the vendor, right? So I would say something like that. But in reality, if you look at just the diversity of those customer stories, everything from the CIO of the state of Ohio, I think it was, that talked about how he was dramatically affected by a personal set of circumstances that drove him to be able to aspire to get the better value for his constituents, all the way through to some of those amazing advancements around Internet of Things. It's such an amazing spectrum, I would say, and I've said that twice now, in terms of where SAP customers are in their journey relative to SAP's technology evolution.
Right, and obviously as a CTO, you're more concerned with what the future is looking like for SAP, and later today you're doing a 2020, it's called 2020 Vision.
That's right.
What are the trends that you see now from customers that are shaping what your vision is for SAP's future?
Yeah, firstly, CTOs, and let me just be very clear about this. SAP has really taken this very much to heart. We've established a CTO circle, and I'm the CTO of the global field organization.
Right.
I have other colleagues in engineering, and we collaborate across all the spectrums of SAP's technologies. But really, if I take a look at my 2020 vision, if I could give you kind of the abridged version of that presentation, there's probably three major trends that are going to shape our future for the next probably 5 to 6 years.
Right.
Number one is going to be big data. Number two is the Internet of Things. And three, of course, is cloud. And cloud is, pretty much, there's no refuting whether cloud is here to stay or not. I think we've all agreed that it is. In fact, one stateful data point that I'll share with you, in Q1 of 2014, Google spent an estimated $2.35 billion on data center related expenses. That's more than they spent in the entire 2008 horizon. So the point is that massive investments in cloud and the availability of the compute capabilities that are now going to be in those clouds is going to be available to the masses without any exception. The other point is that if you look at the rise in terms of the machines, the sensory type of activities that we're seeing, as individuals, as consumers, or as employees, as citizens, I think that there's just going to be a profound difference in terms of how this technology is going to work around us. One example, just crime scenes, Think of the crime scene of the future, 10, 15 years from now, or even 5 years from now. Pretty much everything, if they used to say if the walls could talk, the walls practically will be recording very much stateful activities around the time that you walked into a room, or the person walked into a room. Maybe some whether it's CCTV cameras, or whether it's going to be all manner of sensors in devices, GPS type of sensory devices, or whether it's going to be classic sensors that are built into even RFID type of devices. There's going to be a massive understanding around what's happening in a forensic environment.
Right, and yeah, we saw tons of examples of things of that nature yesterday. And how do you see, this last question, got about a minute, how do you see customers accepting this message? How are they embracing this message of SAP, this run simple in the cloud on HANA? How are they embracing that as the future?
I would say absolutely they're embracing it initially. From the point of view is, if you look at where SAP has started from 4 years ago, it was trying to define a new category of this in-memory computing space. Not new in terms of technology, but new in terms of a platform space. Customers are very shrewd. They look at the outliers, right? They look to see where SAP is going before they will potentially just jump on. What I'm now discovering is the vast majority of customers, excuse me, are now evaluating SAP on face value, because we don't have to have the dialogue around establishing credibility. Credibility has been established. It's fundamentally about what they can do now, the world of opportunity that SAP is able to open up for them.
Great. And well, I appreciate you coming on, Irfan, talking about SAP's vision. I think that's important to customers, and have a great tech ed.
Thank you very much, Craig, I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us. For more SAP coverage, head to asugnews.com.